Welcome back to my channel. So it's a very windy and warm June 21st and we're here in our field. We are going to do a quick tour of it and see if the fertilizer that I applied last weekend solved our phosphorus issue, and also look at our retort and actually do our first burn in it. So hang on and I hope you enjoy. As you can tell, it's a very windy June 21st here, but we are going to do a little tour of our field and see how that fertilizer, if it helped us or not, basically. So just walking around. It is nice. You can see hopefully on the video that everything has really perked up recently. So we've gained probably at least 6 inches or so since the last time I was out here, which is good to see. It's actually starting to fill out the field a lot more. So right now we're just looking, seeing if we see any of the purple edges that we saw last time we were out here for that phosphorus deficiency, or what I think is a phosphorus deficiency anyway. So I gotta say, everything I'm seeing so far is looking very healthy. Here's some of the old leaves that were pretty phosphorus deficient, but hopefully that stripe means that they're coming back. So basically everything I'm seeing looks really good, honestly. So this one was a little deficient, but hopefully that's on the way back green and not becoming more purple, which I think it is. So very good. It's also nice that we are going to propagate these in a couple weeks, so it'll be nice having some more robust stems to take from for our water-rooted stem cuttings, as well as our just literally cut off a stem, bury it in the ground, and see what happens. So we're getting some stems that are actually big enough to do that, which is good, because if they are too small, it will make them much less likely to take. So everything that I'm seeing is just looking really good. Obviously there's a lot of weeds in our field, which is not ideal, but I will come back and work on that another time. Ooh, some of these are actually quite tall. This one over here is almost chest high probably, so that's like probably almost 4 feet tall. And these stems are getting nice and thick, like pinky sized. Nice, everything looks really healthy, really good. Couldn't be happier. Other than, you know, there's a few dead spots, a few spots that we'll have to fill in with new plantings, but otherwise our field is growing. We're capturing carbon, making progress, so can't ask for more than that. I know it's hard to tell, but everything here is probably approaching waist high, at least. I mean, there's a few stragglers here and there, but everything is doing great. And no signs of or very few signs, I guess I would say, hopefully just things that are clearing up still, signs of that phosphorus deficiency. So we're good to go. Bent for scale. So this, as you see here, is our completed retort. So as I said in the previous video, this is a barrel-in-barrel retort. So here's our 10-gallon drum and our 30-gallon drum over here. And what I did is I'm just gonna give you a quick tour of the setup, basically. So this is the 10-gallon that you had seen previously. It has a stainless steel pipe in it, a flange, and a gasket in the bottom of this. So I am going to take this, I'm gonna fill it up to the level of the pipe with wood pellets, and then I'm gonna seal it up. And then what is going to happen is this is going to sit in our 30-gallon drum over here. I'm going to start a fire in the bottom of the 30, and that will heat up the 10. And then as the wood in here warms up, it'll start to release gases that then come out this pipe and come out of the gasket right here into the fire in the bottom of it, and that will they are flammable and they will also burn, and that will hopefully have us a self-sustaining reaction where the fire starts, heats this up, the gases come out and then catch on fire, and those sustain the pyrolysis reaction. So that is the 10-gallon drum with the hole in the bottom of it. And that sets inside of the 30. So this is the 30 over here. You can see that I have a couple inches of fiberglass insulation here in order to help to keep the heat in. But otherwise, I'll have to take this down a little bit. So what we have here is our 30-gallon drum. So you can see that there are holes cut in the bottom of it for ventilation, and there are two pipes in here as well. So those two pipes are going to hold the 10-gallon drum, keep it off of the bottom. And what we are going to do basically is just fill the bottom with wood chips, wood pellets, start a fire in there, and then have the 10-gallon in there heat up, as I said, you know, make all the gases and such. So besides that, so I have all of the holes cut in here, and then for the lid of the 30-gallon drum, I have this right here. So this is the lid. I cut a hole in it. I have a 4-inch coupler here, if you will, and then this is our chimney. So I'm going to put the 10 into here, put on the lid, put on the chimney, and then I have a little bit of insulation to go on there as well. So that's basically the setup. You have the 10, the 30, and everything else. So what we are going to do is we are going to add our wood pellets and basically seal it up and then start our pyrolysis reaction. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to load up the bottom of the 30-gallon drum with some pellets that we will use to start the fire. They say typically it takes between 10 and 15% of the mass of what you're carbonizing for the actual fired portion, so I'm going to be pretty generous here as well for our first time. We're not necessarily going for efficiency here, we're just going for, does it work? And since all the issues that we had with our previous attempt, I would like to err on the side of too hot and not hot enough. So that looks good for a start for the interior of the 30-gallon drum. So we're gonna put some in our 10 now. And as I said, fill it up basically to the top of the metal pipe in there, which I have no idea how many this is going to take. Okay. That looks pretty good. Don't want to block the hole, obviously, as this is the only way that gases can escape. And if they can't escape, we have a problem. But that looks good. I think I'll actually seal it up here before I move it. I did cut all the seal of the gasket off that I could, because obviously that's rubber. It's not going to burn very well. Don't really want to burn that kind of stuff in general, but we got to do what we got to do, because they don't make drums without that gasket material. But it'll burn off, and then we'll just have our drum for next time. Make sure this is nice and tight, because we are excluding oxygen from this so that it pyrolyzes and does not burn. Otherwise you'll just get ashes and you won't make any charcoal. As with our last time, we're gonna make sure to be a little liberal with this. Not breathe it in. Okay. So that it takes the fire. Looks good in there. Well, on to the next one. Okay. Okay. Nice and tight. Ready for the chimney and the top. Actually, I might go like this. Okay. So that is everything is attached. Oh, we're gonna lose the top. Just a few rocks to keep it from blowing away. Okay, so we are all set up. Everything is ready to go. The furnace is ready to light. So we have our 10 gallon inside of our 30. We have our chimney and our insulation. We have everything ready to go. So let's light it up and see what happens. I just want to make sure that it actually stays lit and does not blow itself out. I think we're looking good. Okay, I will come back tomorrow and see how we did. So we're back here now. It's been 48 hours since I started my first run. I came back here at 24 hours, but it wasn't finished yet. It was still smoking, which hopefully is a good sign. And we are going to take it apart and see if we made any charcoal. Hopefully we did. Make sure it's not hot. Okay. When you're opening up a charcoal kiln, it's very important that everything is very cool, because the charcoal can actually catch on fire again if it's not cool, and that would obviously be a very bad time. There we go. It's also like 95 today, which is not helping anything. Okay. Make sure this is not hot. Shouldn't be after 2 days, I would imagine, but you never know. Better safe than sorry. Ugh. Still some unburned wood pellets in the bottom. It's maybe not the best sign, but we'll see what happens. Okay, for the moment of truth, do we have charcoal? Let's hope so. 3, 2, 1. Wood pellets. That's unfortunate. Kind of surprising, honestly. I don't see any carbonization on this at all. Means it must not have gotten hot enough. A second attempt that has unfortunately not worked out. But as I said before, we're not going to give up. We're going to keep working. So we probably just have to heat it for longer and hotter to actually get the carbonization to occur, which we'll do that next time. So every experiment is one step closer to making a successful system. So kind of a bummer, but we keep going. And as I said earlier, we're not going to stop until we achieve our goal. So until next time. So it's the end of the day here, and we're wrapping up. What you saw in this video is that the fertilizer addition that I did off screen cured our phosphorus issue. Our purple leaves are now completely gone. And we did our first attempt at our retort, which unfortunately failed, but that's part of science and it happens. So I'll come back with a new retort, a new idea, and better experiment next time. So until then, thank you, and I'll see you next time.